SpongeBob audio short called a, a Lucky Family, inspired by the episode Pest of the West. It had been only a couple of days since SpongeBob had found out about his ancestor. It wasn't easy to understand how many people in Bikini Bottom had forgotten about SpongeBob SquarePants and how that statue had gone into complete disarray. We now find him at the Krusty Krab, dutifully making Krabby Patties while humming. Boy, my back's sore from all the times I've had to wash off all that jellyfish poop from my body. Whew. Next time I really shouldn't. Maybe I should just take a hose to the statue. A what? A what to the statue? A surprised voice chimed in. SpongeBob turned to see Mr. Krabs standing in the hall in his doorway, looking at SpongeBob with a surprised face. Oh, Mr. Krabs! I'm sorry to bother you. I'm sorry to surprise you. What are you doing here? I was coming to check in on how me old best fry cook was doing, considering that he was gone for 1 day 3 days ago. I don't consider laziness part of my employees' work. I've got a good reason for that, Mr. Krabs. You know how you guys were all talking about your famous ancestors like that day, and I didn't know if I had one? Yeah. Well, I do. You know that statue that was all the jellyfish poop in the middle of town? Yeah. That's my ancestor's statue. But that statue looks like a fish, not a sponge. Well, that's what I thought too. But turns out, under all that jellyfish poop is a golden statue of my ancestors. Of my ancestor. Great grandfather SpongeBob SquarePants. He saved the entire town from a rich barnacle called Deadeye Plankton. If it weren't for him, I don't even think your Krusty Krab would be here today. You're not pulling me leg? Nope. I heard about SpongeBob from my own grandfather years ago. I didn't remember that was your grandfather's last name. Really? You really didn't put it together? Oh, we didn't even have a picture. I just assumed he looked like Harold, your father, or Margaret. You know, round, not square. No offense, Miss SpongeBob. None taken. Anyway, do you think that statue is valid? Valid? As in, it could be a lot of money? I don't know. It's quite old. Like, it's over 120 years since that happened. Yeah, I guess. But have you ever wondered what happened to SpongeBob? I tried to look into the book more about him, but nothing really came up. I'm surprised. Uh, from what my grandfather said, from Pappy, he said that SpongeBob disappeared one day. No one knows where he went. Something about naming the town after him? And since then, only the slick descendants of the original Bikini Gulch ever have remembered him. And then you and your family show up out of and then you show up out of nowhere. I'm kind of surprised. Anyway, I'm gonna go and see that statue. I'm leaving you and I'm leaving. I need to think about things. Okay. Do you want Squidward to be the manager for a while until you're back? Like, what do you do at SpongeBob? Me? I mean, yeah. It would be my honor, Mr. Krabs. Don't let it get to your head, boyo. I don't want you to think that you're all high and mighty. Wouldn't even dream of it, Mr. Krabs. We bubble transition to Mr. Krabs standing right below the golden statue. 120 years has passed since you were around. I'm sad to think that I'm one of the only descendants to actually remember you. Not the only one who knows about SpongeBob. A deeper voice pipes up from below. Mr. Krabs looked down to find Plankton standing also. Plankton! Don't worry, Eugene. I'm not going to steal your stupid formula today. You know what the date is? Mr. Krabs shook his head. No. It's the anniversary of when Deadeye Plankton was defeated. I thought you, being the descendant of that cheap-ass crab, would have remembered that. And you being a cousin of Deadeye, I think you were the same. Yeah, I'm a cousin of Deadeye, but I'm mostly related to Planktonomore. Anyway, what exactly went on? I can't remember much from what my grandma used to tell me. SpongeBob had mostly been the fry cook for 2 weeks at that point, if I remember. We gaze up at the statue, which slowly transitions to SpongeBob sitting as a loud voice calls, "Order! Order! This is a town meeting. Every Bikini Gulches, it's time for the town to have a new name. We gotta have ruffians know of our past." What are they talking about, SpongeBob? I don't know, idiot friend, but I sure don't like it. Bikini, we keep the first name, I suggest, and name it Bikini Bottom. Why not just name it SpongeBob, Phil? He's basically our hero. I don't want that put in sync. Why not, SpongeBob? Why don't you like that name? I just don't. It doesn't feel right. Consider, friend, that I might not stay here for a long time. Why not? SpongeBob looks out the door. A tumbleweed blows by. It's time for me to move on. I can't let my descendants grow up knowing that the history of this town. I mean, my great grandson might not even have any problems. You don't want the town to remember who you were? I just don't like the idea that SquarePants member holds any history behind them. Sponges go where the seas take them. I've had fun here, but I best be heading off. This tumbleweed needs to tumble home. SpongeBob, please stay. I'm sorry, idiot friend. I can't, and I won't. No, not many. No, I lied to me, fry cook. My grandpappy actually met SpongeBob before he passed. Said he was the nicest sponge anyone had ever met. A worthwhile worker and a keen eye, much like his descendant. Mr. Krabs felt his eyes grow teary. I know sponges can have the ability to live past 100, but I think SpongeBob had too much to worry about. Eugene, do you ever think that SpongeBob will ever do something that incredible? A statue worthy? That idiot? No. Maybe. We'll just have to see what the future holds. The end.